So, one of the things that I don't think is talked about often at all in real estate investing, a lot of these content people or website forum folk will talk about becoming a millionaire via real estate investing very quickly. And then they'll layer on retiring early, right? And I think both are extraordinarily possible in real estate investing. But I'm not so sure I've ever heard kind of the reactions of people that become millionaires via real estate investing. So I've got a friend who describes himself as cash poor always. And, he is worth over $10 million. And he never feels like he has enough cash on hand to appropriately cover, all of his real estate investing assets. He's done everything the right way. He hasn't done anything wrong, but his net worth compared to what his bank accounts look like, there's a really big gap there. When you become a millionaire via real estate investing, it is largely going to exist on paper. So if you have a net worth of $1 million, then all we're really saying is the amount of assets you own are worth $1 million after you subtract the debts associated with those assets, any other liabilities you may have. But specific to real estate, it means, if you have $500,000 worth of debt, but the properties are worth 1.5 million, then you have a net worth of 1 million. However, when people calculate this, they're often using the appraised value. However, as you're familiar, if you've listened to this channel, the appropriate formula to use when buying a property is purchase price plus rehab cost are equal to or less than 75% of the after repair value. So if you are taking the max value, the max appraised value of an asset that you own, you are not going to be able to sell that asset, especially if it's a single family home, to another investor for that total appraised value. You're going to have to sell that to a retail value at top dollar, which means you're going to have to make sure that there's no deferred maintenance. Everything is absolutely squared away, and that any sort of inspection report that may be done is done. And in addition, you're going to have a lot of fees associated with that. Selling a property through realtors, whether you're an agent yourself, there's still the buyer's agent that needs to be considered. So, on average, I would say real estate fees are 10% if you are doing it on the market. So be mindful of that as well. And I would also say that from a actual kind of fundamental perspective, even though you have that on your balance sheet and your net worth may be $1 million, it never corresponds to the actual cash flow. So, I don't know how to use this in examples without getting kind of lost in my own head. Let's say that you're doing this with traditional financing. You somehow buy a property worth $150,000 for $100,000, and you put 20% down. So you've got a loan worth 80,000, or you've got a loan value of 80,000 on a property it'll appraise for 150. So the difference in that is $70,000. So you have added $70,000 to your net worth. However, from your bank account perspective, the only thing that has happened is you had $20,000 leave your bank account. Now, if you rent that property out, even if it is at, let's say $1,000 per month, then on a monthly basis after your expenses, let's just, do some quick and dirty math and say that you've got 50% expenses. So now you've got $500 minus whatever your mortgage payment is. So on an $80,000 loan over 30 years that you put 20% down on, let's say that is $300 per month. So now you're at $200 of cash flow per month. So you added $70,000 to your net worth. However, what you actually have in your bank account to show for that is $20,000 going out and $200 coming back in on a monthly basis. So you are going to become a millionaire on paper in real estate investing way before the thought of retiring early, quote unquote, is ever going to cross your mind, because, let's just multiply that out, right? So if we're talking about $70,000 added to your net worth on this example, you're going to need 13 of those to become a millionaire. I think I did that right. Maybe 14. 14 of these properties at a cash flow of $200 per month. From an equity perspective, you are now a millionaire. However, these 13 properties make you $2,600 per month. Most people that tell me how much they need to make on a monthly basis before they can, quote unquote, retire early or walk away from their job is not 23 or $2,600 per month. That number is generally $5,000 or more. I know this is just an example, but I hope it illustrates very clearly the fact that becoming a millionaire on paper is far less impactful to one's bank account than a lot of these people talking about becoming a millionaire in real estate investing act like. Also, let's play out the down payment on that as well. So $20,000 down on that example times 13, 260 grand. If you have a lump sum of 260 grand and you want to become a millionaire on paper, let's say you have 260 grand in a retirement account or some type of savings account that you've been holding on to because you've been following the rules of putting your money into a 401k, saving diligently, because that's how you were taught to invest. You have that, and you want to turn that into a cash flow producing thing that also adds to your net worth. Then real estate would be a great answer, and putting 20% down across 13 or 14 properties is a great idea. You're going to immediately be worth over $1 million on paper, and you are going to get $2,600 per month on those examples that we just did. So that's a solid 10% return on cash and a 3x on your balance sheet as far as your net worth goes. So it's not without merit. However, I just want to point out it's dicey. Thanks for watching that clip. I thought that was a good question. And I think you can ask good questions too. Join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live stream Q&A where we answer plenty of questions just like this one. In the meantime, consider subscribing to the channel if you want more of this content. And if you want to increase your deal flow, analyze properties better, and help me feed my family, click the link below for a free 7-day trial of PropStream.